Hey guys, guess what today is? A much needed second cup of coffee. I don't know what's happening with my allergies, but I added a little bit of whiskey to my coffee today because that was creepy. I haven't done one of these in way too long, and I thought I had an early work day and I am making myself a second cup of coffee. Clearly I needed a second cup of coffee because Lord knows I've had the busiest last few weeks. Like, you guys don't even, like, fucking... Yeah, this is cold coffee. I just didn't have another cup to put it in. Iced coffee, whiskey, Italian sweet cream, Coffee Mate. Magic. What things have been happening in my life that I feel like I need to tell you guys about? So many things! Okay, a couple of weeks ago, I went and saw my friend Lizzie play on a Thursday, right? I saw this band, Fearless Leader, on a Friday, and I went and I photographed their show. This is a hardcore band, actually, out of Seattle. It's like post-hardcore, math rock stuff, super vague. And then the next day, the blog I write for, Seattle Music Insider, had our 5-year anniversary party show thing in this big fancy, like, suite on the top of a building in Seattle. I don't know if you guys know this, but I'm the new assistant editor for that blog, so that's cool. I'll put a link to it below if you guys want to go check it out. I've written some things. The thing that I wrote about Third Eye Blind and Dashboard Confessional is on there. So that was all in one weekend, right? It was... What happened last week? I don't know. Oh, okay. I got hired to do corporate photography for this, like, design firm as part of a design conference thing. It was like this after party thing during the conference, and it was at this firm in downtown Seattle. And when I first heard about it, I had the feeling that it was going to be like graphic designers, like these cool artistic people. No, like industrial designers. These are people who, like, worked for Toyota and, like, fancy people who made way too much money, okay? So, I'll actually just include a clip of me telling this story right after the event as I was driving home. I don't honestly know how it happened, because I am not one of these people that mingles at, like, networking parties. I'm clearly not that kind of person. Super awkward, right? So I get there at like 7:30, and it started at 8, and so I, am not this kind of people. These people make too much money to be my kind of people. Go, car, go. So I'm just walking around, taking pictures, being fucking awkward, and being like, oh, I'm just taking candids, like, just ignore me, yada yada. So I'm being awkward as fuck, and then, like, 2 hours into it, I'm like, okay, I got 1 more hour left, and then I'm done, and then I can go home, and I don't have to do this anymore, right? I was getting paid, so I wasn't complaining, but I was like, no. Fucking 45 minutes before this thing ends, I meet these 2 nice boys that are standing at the side of they asked me about my camera, yada yada. And one's name was Jeff and one's name was Diego, and they were so friendly. They were so nice. Everybody else who had said hello the rest of the night were, like, old and, like, my dad's age, and I was just like, cool, whatever, you're just being friendly and nice. But these guys genuinely were, like, having a conversation with me. I'm like, okay, I could roll with this. We talked for an hour. Like, I got out of there at 11:15. I'm like, I wasn't in a hurry. Weirdly enough, usually I would have been like, I gotta go, bye. Like, don't talk to me, I'm leaving, bye-bye, bye-bye. But, so 11:15 rolls around, and they asked me where to go, where they should go. And I'm like, I don't know any bars around here, because this is downtown. This is not my place. This is out of my regular agenda. And then basically they're like, come with us to a bar, because we're not from here, help us. I'm like, should I have things that I have to do. Nice Diego from Brazil walked me to my car, and then I was like, I have things that I have to do, and I can't get drunk tonight. I'm sorry. I had 2 beers tonight in like 3 hours, so I'm fine, and I ate enough food. I'm like, I can't get crazy. I'm sorry. I have to work tomorrow. I have to do something with my life tomorrow, right? So I sent him on his way, and then I got in the car and I left. And I'm like, what just happened? I don't even know what this year has been. So yeah, that was fucking weird and hilarious. More coffee. Man, this is good. I don't know why my allergies are being so asshole right now. Why? The next day, I photographed a wedding, which was one of the most beautiful weddings I've ever photographed. And I photographed a wedding at a damn fucking castle, okay? Like, it's hard to out beautiful a castle, but like this was on a beach at sunset, and I shit you not, the groom works at a record store, okay? And for the playlist, for all the music, he ripped the audio from vinyl onto cassette and then onto digital, so there was all like the scratches and everything. And I'm like, these people are my people. The centerpieces was like records and then books, and it was so cute, and they had like lavender pouches as their like gifts, and tacos. It was perfect, okay? It was beautiful. And I'm so happy with the photos. Like, you guys, what did I do Sunday? I didn't do anything Sunday. I worked Sunday. Then we had a staff meeting, and we got new Lush things. Okay, you guys. I can't tell you anything. I can't tell you, but new Lush things are coming, okay? Like new things. I just can't tell you what they are. Like, I wish I could, but I can't, because I would lose my job. One other crazy thing that happened in the last few weeks. So, a couple weeks ago, on a Saturday morning, I went to go start my car, and it started, right? Like it started, but then it wouldn't come out of park. Okay? Would not come out of park, and I had to call AAA, because I needed to get to work. Okay, and AAA came, and then he like jimmied around some like fuse things in the fuse boxes, and like then it worked. So I'm like, cool, there was just a fuse loose because all the lights were out, the brake lights weren't working, the windows weren't going up and down, all of the electronics were like fucked. And then Monday rolls around, and I leave for work, and I was working in the afternoon that day at Hot Topic, and I get like half a mile from my house, and all of a sudden all of the dash lights go off. And the window was already down, wouldn't go back up. Brake lights weren't working. Turn signals weren't working. I had to do arm signals, okay? All of the stuff was not working except the actual, like, vroom vroom part of it. So I was like, fuck, I have to go to the dealership. I have to go to Toyota of Renton. Have to do it. Have to go. So I called work, and I'm like, guys, my car is kind of fucked and having a panic attack, so I gotta go to Toyota of Renton. I'll be late. So I get to Toyota Renton, and I just took MLK all the way south, like a good 8 miles, with no turn signals or brake lights. Like, I had to do these. I don't even remember how these work. I got to the Toyota place, and I like pull in, and I was like, hey, so this is what happened. And they're like, oh, put it in park. And I'm like, you're not gonna be able to get it out of park. So I stopped the car, and I went and I checked in, and they're gonna check it in. They're like, we won't be able to get to it today, but we'll give you a loaner car. And I'm like, is this loaner car extra money, or is this complimentary? They're like, oh no, it's complimentary. I'm like, okay. So I got to drive a hybrid car for like 3 days, which was really cool. They're like, are you okay with push button start? And I'm like, I guess. The fob had buttons on it, but the fob had no key on it. So I'm like, what is the point of the fob? So I open up the door, and I like sit down, and I just put my foot on the brake, and I press down this button. Press down the button, and then it starts. It had a little thing in the dash that could like, your Bluetooth could like get you text messages, which is dangerous. And then when I like was backing up, it like had the camera in the back that showed me like what was behind me, which was really cool. And then like when I was driving, I was able to Bluetooth my music into the radio from my phone, so I could listen to all of my music on my phone, just through the stereo, which was cool. It was so weird. I am also a writer and contributor to Seattle Music Insider, obviously. And my buddy Alex emailed me like a week and a half ago. He's like, hey, do you want to be my writer for the Modest Mouse show at the Paramount? It's really late, so I'm going to request it anyway just to see if they have it, yada yada. I kind of blew it off because I'm like, I don't think we're going to get it, whatever. And it was on a Monday. Don't know what's happening upstairs. So I didn't think we were going to get it. And usually I work like mid-shifts on Mondays at Hot Topic. So we didn't hear about any sort of like press approval, right? Until yesterday, which was the day of the show. So we get approval in the morning and I'm like, fuck, I work until 9. So I get to work and I'm like, Ricky, so my buddy requested for the Modest Mouse show and I didn't think we were gonna get it and we just got approval this morning, so it starts at 7:30. Is there any way I can leave early? And he was like, yeah, totally. Thanks, Ricky. I have great bosses. And I've seen Modest Mouse before. Okay. Way back in 2004 when they were at like the height of Good News and Float On, all that shit. It was just everybody was shitting themselves over Float On. They played at Deck the Hall Ball, like the Ends radio show, and they were the closer. And I remember it was such a long show that I was so tired by the end of it that I left early. Like, we left like halfway through Modest Mouse set. I'm like, this is boring, they're really bad at segues, let's leave. And I'm not one of those people that have been like super into Modest Mouse for like my whole life, but I've always been like a casual fan. So when I went to the show last night, I wasn't one of those people who are like, oh, their older stuff is so much better. Nah, I'm not. Like, I'm that way about some people, but not about Modest Mouse. So I went in kind of blind and I'm like, this is awesome. And the show was so good. Best show I've seen in a very long time. They played for almost 2 hours, which was crazy because they only played like 17 songs. I ended up finding my friend Prof there and he was like, do you want to go up to the front? I'm like, yeah, fuck yeah. And he's like, do you want boxed wine? I'm like, okay. And then he got kicked out because he was not stealthy in the slightest. Yeah, so I drank boxed wine in the crowd at the Paramount seeing Modest Mouse last night. So that was awesome. All the things I want to tell you, I can't tell you. It's a secret. I wish I could fucking tell you. I have like things sitting on my floor right now that I'm like, I want to show you, but I can't. Secrets. Today I'm overcaffeinated and also slightly whiskey-fied. Should that be a word? Whiskey-fied? Because like I drink beer, I drink vodka, and I drink whiskey. Vodka makes me the sleepiest. Beer makes me the sloshiest. Whiskey makes me the chattiest. I think so. Fly in my room. What have you guys been doing, right? I mean, I've been home a lot lately. My parents are trying to sell my childhood home, which is terrifying. The house I have lived in for virtually my whole life. Like, what? Like, what? Hey, there's a fly. Fly, go away. Don't buzz around my microphone, okay? Although my microphone isn't that sensitive. Because I don't have one of those, like, binaural microphones that the people in ASMR videos use. Because those are bomb. Yeah. My parents are trying to sell my childhood home. I've just been, like, marching down memory lane, like, all the time. My mom recently converted all of these videos that my grandma had on, like video tape camera things onto DVD. And I have one of them somewhere. I don't know where it is. But they're weird watching because I haven't heard my grandmother speak in a very long time. And my grandfather died back in March, and so this is the first time I've, like, seen him moving since then. So I went home one day. I was already on my period, alright? I went home and watched home movies, so it was just, like, emotions seeping out through my face, and my uterus. And then we went to go see Inside Out, which was a terrible idea because I was already just like looking back at like childhood moments of me with my dead grandparents and then just like emotionally unstable and then just like reliving childhood through Pixar visions, and it was just like, no, all kinds of nope. And I wept. It was bad. It was a great movie, but it was bad. It was, ugh. Home movies. If I'm able to like get any of those clips from the DVD to the thing, I will put a little clip of me as a weird child. I was basically a little boy. Like, I was basically just like Pigpen. Like, there's videos of me literally like playing around in a pile of rocks. I was rolling down a hill of pebbles, like, in like gym shorts and just like a t-shirt, and my hair is just like a rat's nest in the back. And then there's a video of me doing ballet. So I'm breaking those gender roles at an early age, playing in rocks and then doing ballet for like a millisecond because I was not coordinated enough. This went into a lot of weird directions. I feel like I should stop it. Song of the day. I feel like you guys are missing out on all this music I've been listening to, but realistically, the last 24 hours I've just been listening to Modest Mouse. So Lampshades on Fire by Modest Mouse. And if you are new to the Modest Mouse game, welcome. Because they've been around for literally 22 years. Wow. Now it's gone. And I'm gonna go write about Modest Mouse and edit photos of beautiful married couples. One married couple. I should probably make dinner first.